and Now biscuits.
Manning highlight plans for local level government elections. New funeral home opened in Simbu province. And as scheduled, 50th celebrations continue. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Natasha Roy. Thank you for joining us. Police Commissioner David Manning says plans for police operations for the local level government election is well underway and in line with preparations. The Commissioner will be joining the Parliamentary Elections Committee this week in a meeting to present his plans forward.
The Parliamentary Elections Committee is chaired by the provincial member for Isipik, Honorable Alan Bed. Commissioner Manning said the operations planning includes the 2027 National General Election.
We have commenced our planning. We have commenced budget formulation for that for the national elections in 2027. It is a lengthy and cumbersome process, but let me assure you, just as we've been here for the last how many elections since independence, the constabulary will continue to do its duties.
He said election is a time when they experience a lot of challenges with law and order. Manning urged the people to be responsible when exercising their democratic rights.
Work closely with members of the constabulary and other agencies involved in the elections, LLG elections, to ensure that we are able to conclude them in a safe and orderly manner.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
33 data processing officers in Kiunga Western Province are currently undergoing a week-long data processing training. The training commenced on Friday, May 16, 2025, aims to equip data processing officers with advanced skills and knowledge to update the electoral roll accurately. Western Province has a total of 21 local level governments, 889 wards and 4 districts, the districts being South Fly, Delta Fly, Middle Fly and North Fly. Provincial Election Manager Max Paul says updating of all the data is derived from the census conducted in 2024. Therefore, the updated roll will be used for the upcoming local level government elections.
We have conducted the nominations on the date where it was set by the Electoral Commission to conduct the nomination. So those 21 LLGs in the province have completed nominations successfully. There was no problem, there was nothing. People enjoyed the nomination.
As support, the Fly River Provincial Government has allocated a 2.7 million kina budget to help deliver the local level government elections.
The duration of the work it depends on the workload. Depends on the workload. Now if we have so much workload, then it will take 3 to 4 weeks. Otherwise, I'm just hoping it will only take 2 weeks, because the total eligible voters in Western Province for one LLG is, one vote is not so much. Not so many. It's less than 100, 200, 500, less than 500, I can say. But it depends on the Form 11.
As election period continues, all supporters and candidates contesting for this year's local level government elections have been urged to maintain good order for peaceful and successful election in Western Province. Meanwhile, Western Province Election Manager Max Paul clarified to all within the province that counting and declaration of council wards, president seats and ward mayors will be done in respective local level governments within the province.
The counting will be happening in also BIP election. For normal allergy too, we will have the counting done in normal allergy. For better money, the new created allergy, it will be done in Mongolo allergy. For Debe Pari or Pau allergy, will be done in Pari village. That's a headquarter. Okay, for fly jibo allergy, the counting for all presidents for fly jibo will be done in Ayambak. For Lake Murray, allergy counting will be done in Ayambak, Lake Murray Station. I think that will happen all the way in all the rest of the other other allergies too. That will be, the counting will be done in their own allergy center.
A newly established Fella Limited funeral home at Warasimbu in Kundiawa of Simbu Province was opened recently with the UI SME mothers. The establishment is first of its kind for the province. This was seen as a milestone achievement for the local UISME Mothers Group, who see this contribution as vital for the community.
A program lo Chimbo Mama, SME Mama, I'm only starting this plus program, this company and come up.
Present for the occasion, the acting principal advisor for provincial affairs representing the Simbu provincial government further elaborated on how the vital structure will benefit the people of Simbu.
You look at this the coast there, big Matumas. You will go again, like Goroga, you will look in. You will go Karim. What if we go? Choose him casket, buy him lab, come back. The man you will travel costing big money.
Dr. Romeo Almeria from the Philippines will oversee operations at the funeral home, now located at Warasimbu opposite the Highlands Highway. The bodies of two missing children aged 4 and 5 have been recovered after they had been missing since March 2nd. Police Commissioner David Manning gave an insight to the tragedy.
The remains of the two deceased children were found in an abandoned vehicle on 2nd May in a state of advanced decomposition at Geraka in Port Moresby.
I've just been briefed by Commander NCD Central. Two children aged 4 and 5 were reported missing to Boroko Police Station. These children are related, from what I understand of the briefing. They're cousins, and both resided at Geraka, and were reported as having gone missing between 3 p.m. and 4 p.m. of that day, on the 2nd of March.
Commissioner Manning told media investigations have commenced and will continue.
Statements that have already been collected from eyewitnesses, including the parents, and again, we'll entrust our detectives to get to the bottom of this and get some answers.
Mr. Manning headed Port Moresby General Hospital have conducted post-mortem on 5th and 6th of May.
And as soon as our detectives or the case officer has made known of the results of that post-mortem, then we can then be closer to ascertaining as to what the facts are in terms of in relation to their deaths. Again, it is a very serious matter, and we take that this particular incident very seriously, along with the others that have been reported in the recent past.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Pacific Story first event commenced yesterday in the countdown to celebrations of the 50th Golden Jubilee of PNG.
May is the month marked as Pacific Story as per the schedule of events, counting down to the 50th celebration in Port Moresby. This event gathers all Pacific nations to showcase their cultures and talents. And City Governor Paul Westphakop thanked everyone for coming.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Yes! People from the city turning up this evening. And our communities from all our families from the Pacific region. More particularly tonight, I want to acknowledge our families from New Zealand. Thank you, High Commissioner, Your Excellency Peter Swart. Our families from Samoa, Talofalawa. Thank you for being part of the start to our countdown this evening.
The celebration is a way of thanking the Pacific nations of how they have contributed in building PNG as a nation over 50 years. This marks the first weekend to begin the celebration. Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken's the best idea. Yum.
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you.
And chicken curry first.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Are you tired of standing in those long lines to get your jackpot tickets? Guess what? You never have to with Telecom USSD jackpot ticket purchase. Simply dial *321#, follow the prompts, and you are set for your jackpot draw. It's as easy as 3, 2, 1. Telecom PNG, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Welcome to Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort in the heart of Kokopo. Nestled along the coastline with breathtaking views of the islands and volcanoes, we invite you to share this tropical island paradise with us. For your next business trip, leisure or marine adventure, call Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort to discuss your escape on 982-8788 or visit us on www.kbb.com.pg. Escape, explore, enjoy.
I know that every man, woman, and child of our new nation shares this moment of pride and happiness.
EMTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary.
You're watching National EMTV News. As PNG looks forward to celebrating 50 years of independence, Australian Foreign Affairs Minister Penny Wong said Papua New Guinea and Australia will continue to work together.
During the launch of the You Me Stop one-time campaign on May 14th in Port Moresby, Minister Wong said Australia will work with PNG step by step into a shared future.
In 2025, we are celebrating our long-standing relationship through Australia Now PNG Edition, a program of cultural collaboration and activity.
Minister Wong said the two countries are bound with shared history and deep cultural connection.
Our relationship with PNG is one of close neighbours, of friends and equal partners. You Me Stop one time. Australia and Papua New Guinea have always stood together, side by side, and we now walk with you, step by step, into a shared future.
She said as Australia launches its You Missed Up one-time program, the celebrations will demonstrate a strong economic development and security partnerships to a prosperous future for PNG.
Our celebrations will demonstrate our strong economic development and security partnerships and bring together leaders from across our tertiary institutions and the private sector dedicated to a prosperous future for PNG. It will be a year to remember. We look forward to reflecting and celebrating with you.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Police Commissioner David Manning has recently issued a strong warning to all security companies over the use of firearms.
Commissioner Manning was speaking regarding the recent incident of shooting of a young girl in West New Britain province.
To running a security business. It is a privilege. It is a responsibility that you must take seriously as well. Now, if it means cancelling licenses of this particular company and destroying their firearms, then so be it.
Mr. Manning said security companies must take a responsibility when using firearms.
There must at all times be lawful responsibility on owners of firearms to safeguard, to ensure that they safeguard the weapons and ensure the safe usage of those weapons.
Commissioner Manning advised the PPC for West New Britain to investigate the security company.
As the Register of Firearms, is one of my roles, as I have directed that all the firearms belonging to this particular security company are taken into custody, and that directive has been given to PPC West New Britain to do so. And again, a warning to security companies.
Benson Vema, National EMTV News.
A digital and financial literacy report conducted by the United Nations placed Papua New Guinea in the second lowest position in the Pacific Island countries.
Earlier this week, the report was launched and presented in Port Moresby by the United Nations Development Programme and the United Nations Capital Development Fund. The report indicated a lower digital financial literacy rate for PNG compared to other countries in the Pacific region.
We have a long way to go. So this survey was carried out in a number of different Pacific markets, including PNG. So the overall score, you can see it's 21 out of 52. It means that we're at the lower end of the moderate band in levels of digital financial literacy in PNG.
According to the report presented, Fiji is leading with a 26.45 score out of 50, followed by Tonga, Vanuatu, Samoa, Solomon Islands, PNG, and Timor-Leste with the lowest score. Mr. Booth said the report indicated that 62% of the population in PNG uses digital gadgets such as smartphones and laptops.
So there's reasonable access to smartphones, although we need to see what can be done to make that much higher. And there's a reasonable amount of, again, it could be much higher, but 49% of people have bank accounts. It's an improvement, but it needs to grow much faster.
Although 62% of the population have access to smartphones, the concerning factor identified was the need to educate more people about digital literacy and financial literacy and the use of financial products such as mobile banking and internet banking services.
I was stunned to see that here in PNG, only 10% of people use and have digital, electronic or mobile wallets. Only 10% of people, use online financial apps.
Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, the governor for Bank of PNG, Elizabeth Genia, encouraged Papua New Guineans to tap into digital financial services to manage their money effectively in today's world.
In line with the UN Digital and Financial Literacy Report, Elizabeth Genia said the report provided timely and crucial insights for BPNG's ongoing initiatives to enhancing digital financial services, strengthening financial literacy, and reaching underserved populations.
As many of you know, being able to use digital technology to access financial services is now central to how we connect, transact, and grow. When combined with financial literacy, digital skills become a gateway to opportunity, especially for those in the rural areas and underserved communities.
Ms. Genia also highlighted the increasing reliance on digital services to access financial systems, making digital financial literacy a necessary skill.
And this makes digital financial literacy as an essential life skill, one that empowers people to manage their money in the modern world, build a foundation of financial security, and to meaningfully participate in our economy.
She said BPNG is committed to creating a financial system where all Papua New Guineans can participate and benefit.
Our difficult geography and remote populations present some of the real challenges, and it means many of our people will increasingly rely on digital services to access the financial system.
Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
Civil and Identity Registry Acting Deputy Registrar General Jackson Taviri said information on national identification card statistics is only released by the Registrar General through a vetting process.
Mr. Taviri said this when questions were asked on the total number of printed NID cards during a press conference that was held in Port Moresby recently. He said the turnaround time for the national identification card is one of the biggest issues citizens are facing.
We understand that problem. We do try to help those in need and try to turn their documents around quickly for them when they come to us.
He encouraged citizens to come to the Civil and Identity Registry office to address their problems accordingly. The Deputy Registrar said information on NID card statistics is only released by the Registrar General through a vetting process.
As per the legislation, the privacy is very critical in relation to data and the release of data, so we normally follow a very stringent procedure before we release any form of information.
However, Mr. Taviri said CIR releases statistics on supplements on September 16th and December, and he called on citizens to keep an eye on the set dates. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
43 students recently attained diplomas in nursing and first aid at the Kundiawa College of Community Health Workers' 10th graduation ceremony in Simbu Province. The ceremony spoke volumes for the people of Simbu, who not only celebrated a milestone for the graduates, but also the prospect of having more health workers in the community. In her remarks during the program, Technical Curriculum Development Officer from the National Department of Health, Mrs. Julie Dobsey, advised the graduates that the road to being an expert in the field takes time and encouraged them to have patience and perseverance. Also congratulating the graduates, Provincial Leader Noah Cole, who could not make it to the event in person, committed support to the institution and encouraged the young health workers to strive with compassion, integrity and dedication when carrying out their vital roles in the community. Since its establishment, the school graduated 300-plus students, with this being Kundiawa Community Health Worker Training School's 10th graduation. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Stare at
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Secure your advertising today with MTV. Vocal Fusion Season 12. Book now. Contact our sales team on 312-9200 or email mtvsales@mtv.com.pg.
Join us weekly on MTV News, A Closer Look, their current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
healing to all the residents.
Business,
They launched its VPN,
politics,
to infiltrate into our systems,
sports, and more.
As we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV. You're watching National MTV News. With the aim to leave no child behind, the National Department of Education says education is for all children.
National Department of Education called out to all agencies to work together when it comes to educating children. Acting Secretary for National Department of Education, Avia Avaroa, said there must be a memorandum of understanding to provide for this.
As in the agency, we must initiate actions promptly to address the increasing number of school-age children in the streets before the situation deteriorates further. One of the agency actions for you to take, for us to see, is the MOU or MOA that binds all agencies together to see how well we will see through this, where we will put all our efforts together, where we will put all our agencies together. How do we see from our different respective agencies, what will education do, what will community development do, what will NCD or those other town authorities do in order to see these children off the streets. So there has to be some kind of agreement set in place so we all work together.
Avaroa said it is important every child must have access to education.
Department, every child that is supposed to be in school, whatever their situation is, they have to be in schools. And if they are not in schools, we need to know why they are not in schools. And if we are the concerned government agencies working that concerns the interest of the education of the children, we have to work together to make sure that these children are in schools.
Education is the cornerstone of the program to achieve for all children. Avaroa said this during the closing of the Street Kids Awareness with the National Office of Family and Child Services. Nicole Rama, National MTV News.
A new state-of-the-art building complex will be constructed soon in Medang with the 1 million kina commitment by the provincial government. The new structure will be called the Uguro Provincial Food Center. in memory of the late Education Minister and member for Sinobundi District, Jimmy Uguro. Medeng Province Governor Ramsey Pariwa made this announcement on Tuesday.
That I will counter-fund with you. I will fund the new state-of-the-art Uguro Provincial Food Center. Ambassador Bloya, you will give me really that ground now. You be planning good now. You be building this integrated library to one time. Naramulano to Sbabna. Arab schools, primary schools can come use our library too as well.
National Principal for Ford, Anthony Rayapan, said the National Education Department had allocated 200,000 kina for the maintenance of the existing Ford Center in Medeng, which over the years had been in a rundown state due to lack of maintenance.
What I'm going to do now, if I go and study through Ford, there are so many testimonies, my students and parents and dignitaries who are here. There are so many testimonies I can say that many of the success stories that people who come through Ford, they have succeeded in their professional career. Our late minister, Education Minister, Honorable Jimmy Uguro, he was a product of Ford.
Meanwhile, the governor for Medeng also announced that the Medeng provincial government will be sending top Ford students to study in colleges and universities in India. Kuna AOG High School in the border of Jiwaka and Western Highlands provinces has been elevated to a secondary school by the Provincial Education Board.
This was declared last week for the operation of the school to start next year. Jiwaka Provincial Acting Education Program Manager and Chairman of Provincial Education Board, Mr. Andrew Cook, commended the board and administration of Kuna AOG High School for their efforts for the advancement of the school.
Provincial Education Board and the clustering and mapping of schools in Jiwaka, the committee, they have recommended this school to become a secondary school to cater for 166 program.
Mr. Cook thanked the Jiwaka provincial government for allocating 50,000 kina to build new 2-in-1 classroom.
Trust and confidence in your leadership. We maintain this partnership in the years to come.
Kuna High School is a level 7 school with a total number of 250 students, 17 teachers and 12 ancillary staff. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Oro Provincial Administration officers are encouraged to adapt and shift to modern technology to prepare annual provincial performance reports.
Department of Provincial and Local Government Affairs Senior Coordinator Tayen Makei, who assisted the officers to prepare the report, noted that the existing reporting templates are outdated and it is important that staff move with the changes to ensure their reports reflect correct and current data.
And over the years, and things have changed, we have to go with the change. So in terms of reforms, now we have priorities for government change and shifted. So we have to realign ourselves now. Reporting to them must reflect them as well.
Oro Provincial Administrator Trevor Magie highlighted the importance of adapting to policy changes taking place at the national level. He described the current administrative system as colonial in nature and urged public servants to shift towards modern, technology-driven management and reporting practices.
Part and parcel of those changes, these are key constitutional reports that we need to do so that we get to be on the same bandwagon, on the same boat, same ship, move what there is a change.
He urged the public servants to take ownership and adapt to change in order to deliver better services and do proper reports for the work being done. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Boram Airport in East Sepik Province has resumed its fixed-wing aircraft operations recently following the restrictions of flights last month.
The National Airports Corporation has advised that the Boram Airport has resumed its flight operation to all fixed-wing aircraft operations on May 15, 2025. This was advised through a statement released on Friday. NAC noted that due to the recent pavement swellings observed on April 20th, the operational team have carried out inspections on Thursday and Friday to assess the stability and safety of the runway. The inspections have confirmed that the affected pavement have significantly improved and is now in suitable condition for safe aircraft operations. Previous notice to airmen has been cancelled, allowing for normal operations of aircraft in and out of Boram Airport to resume. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Chukai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Is this the right approach to improve SOE performance?
Join us Monday night at 7 as we hold discussions with the Institute of National Affairs Executive Director Paul Barker about some of the major reforms within the PNG economy.
You can gain the revenue for the state for the utilization of those resources either through a taxation mechanism or through equity.
That's on Monday night.
I know that every man, woman, and child of our new nation shares this moment of pride and happiness.
EMTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary. Chukai Sports.
Welcome to Chukai Sports. PNG Olympic Committee President Emma Waiwai has been appointed Vice President of the Oceania National Olympic Committee.
The announcement made by the PNGOC marks a significant milestone for sports leadership in the Pacific. Emma Waiwai, a respected advocate for women in sport, brings passion, experience and a strong commitment to advancing sports development in the region. The committee hailed the appointment as a major win for gender equality and Pacific representation in international sports governance. YY's leadership is expected to drive positive change and inspire the next generation of women leaders across Oceania. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Cassowary's men were crowned kings of the 2025 Men's Isuzu T20 Smash competition after narrowly defeating Black Bears by 3 wickets.
Chasing after a target of 121 set by Black Bears, Cassowaries reached 121 on 7 wicket falls in 19.3 overs to seal the title. Don Tom gave Cassowaries a flying start with 24 runs off 16 balls. Peter Carho played a steady knock of 29 runs from 33 balls, while Emmanuel Caro stabilized the innings with a vital 26 runs off 26 balls. The match 10 in the final overs as Jason Killer scored 20 runs and Gamui Sivara scored 5, held their courage to guide the team to victory with just 3 balls at hand. Black Bears men had earlier posted 120 runs on 8 wicket falls in their 20 overs. Their bowlers fought bravely with Puka Jr. and Sesebao picking up crucial wickets. However, it wasn't enough to deny Cassowaries victory. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
PNG's champion women's team, Hekari United, has fallen short to Auckland United in the OFC Women's Championship League Grand Final.
The match showcased strong tactical discipline from both sides, with Auckland United capitalizing on a key opportunity in the first half to break defense. Despite a violent effort from Hekari Women's FC, the Papua New Guinea representatives were unable to find the equalizer.
They've got the goal in the middle of the half.
Hekari Women's FC, who have shown impressive form throughout the tournament, were left frustrated after falling just short of a title for the second year in a row. The narrow margin highlights the growing competitiveness of women's football in the region. Auckland's United back-to-back titles underline their consistent performance and ability to deliver under pressure. The club will now shift focus to build on this success, while Hekari will look to regroup and return stronger next season. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab saja, Yum.
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
More than the life we know. There is more to what the future holds. You may hold him and walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
Welcome to Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort in the heart of Kokopo. Nestled along the coastline with breathtaking views of the islands and volcanoes, we invite you to share this tropical island paradise with us. For your next business trip, leisure or marine adventure, call Kokopo Beach Bungalow Resort to discuss your escape on 982-8788 or visit us on www.kbb.com.pg. Escape, explore, enjoy.
I'm Martha, and each week on Kai Time, we'll introduce you to local food businesses showcasing their delicious dishes. The pasta, the white sauce. Plus, you will discover how to make tasty and affordable meals using ingredients from your local markets. Tune in to to Kite Time every Wednesday at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, like I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Fairfax Volleyball is engaging a total of 500 youths participation in the competition at the PNG Education Institute.
Speaking to Trukai Sports, President of Fairfax Volleyball Competition, Patrick Morea, gave an insight to the teams that are participating.
Actually, we have a few clubs coming on board. We have Snipers, all club coming back. Freeway Hawks from Mohola. We have Yankees from Waikani Heights. Falcons from 6 Mile. And Route 25 from ATS. Most of the teams are from our suburbs or settlements coming on board because of their interest during the pre-season.
Most teams come from within the city and some from outside, such as Papalea. Mr. Morea says most teams are participating at the PNG Education Institute as they cannot go to the bigger association due to procedures. The competition had its pre-season on March and are now into the proper season. The finals are expected at the month of August. Meanwhile, Mr. Morea highlighted the challenges.
Hiccups because most of these new teams coming on board, they haven't been playing real game volleyball. So we have rules and regulations to follow. The simplest task is coming on board, coming in barefoot to play, which is not allowed, and wearing 6 pocket slippers to play.
The competition is heading into more exciting matches with atmosphere at its best. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
And now moving to overseas sports. In AFL, the Western Bulldogs have smashed Essendon by 91 points at Docklands Stadium.
18 goals, 19, 127 to 5-6, 36 win lifts the Dogs up to 5th on the ladder. Bailey Dale was a clear standout for the Bulldogs, finishing with a club record 49 disposals. Earlier, Fremantle beat the GWS Giants by 34 points in Sydney, 13-17, 95 to 8-13, 61. Geelong thrashed Port Adelaide by 76 points at Adelaide Oval, and Collingwood had a 10-point win over the Adelaide Crows.
In NRL, Cronulla has moved back into NRL's top 4.
Sharks put in a disciplined display to defeat the Melbourne Storm 31 points to 26 in a thriller at Shark Stadium last night, leading 25-12 at the halftime break. The Sharks will still to Storm fight back in the second half. Daniel Atkinson bagged a double for the home side, while Xavier Coates had a hat-trick for the Storm. Elsewhere, the Seagulls defeated the Cowboys 24 points to 6. And the Warriors had a 16 points to 12 victory over the Dolphins.
Auckland FC is a step closer to securing a spot in the Men's A-League Grand Final after beating Melbourne Victory last night.
Auckland won the first leg of their semi-final series 1-0 at the Melbourne Rectangular Stadium. Logan Rogerson scored for the visitors in the 64th minute. The second leg of the Auckland Victory Series will be played in Auckland next Saturday.
Crystal Ace has pulled off one of the biggest FA Cup final upsets by beating Manchester City 1-0 at London's Wembley Stadium.
16th minute goal to Eberechi Eza proved the difference as Palace ended a major trophy drought that had lasted 120 years. Crystal Palace and England goalkeeper Dean Henderson was the real hero, though, pulling off a crucial penalty save against the Premier League giants.
And that ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Secure your advertising today with MTV. Vocal Fusion Season 12. Book now. Contact our sales team on 312-9200 or email mtvsales@mtv.com.pg.
Join me every Thursday night as Sportscene brings to you all the local and international sporting updates. Revisiting our legendary athletes.
Hi, this is David Mead.
Highlighting our local sports developments across the nation.
All eyes on Auckland.
Now an NRL team based here.
To create a pathway.
And our talented rising stars.
Hi, my name's Gemma Schnobel and you're watching
all the younger ones should follow.
Sportscene, Thursday nights at 7 p.m. only on your number one to watch, MTV.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You need holy man to walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And now looking at the Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City partly cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Daru few showers, rain drizzles. Kerema cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Alotau cloudy periods with possible few showers, and Popondetta cloudy periods with few showers and possible thunderstorms. In the Momase region, Ley City, cloudy with few evening showers, rain and possible thunderstorms. Medang, partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms. Wewak, cloudy periods with brief showers. And Vanimo, cloudy evening with showers, rain and possible thunderstorms. In the New Guinea Islands region, Dorengao, cloudy periods with possible few showers. Kavieng, cloudy periods with rain and rain showers. Kokopo and Rabaul, cloudy periods with some rain showers. Kimbe, cloudy periods with few showers and possible thunderstorms. And Buka, cloudy with rain and possible thunderstorms. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy periods with heavy rain and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Bans and Kundiawa, cloudy periods with some rain and rain showers. And Mendi, Tari and Wabek, cloudy periods with heavy showers, rain and possible thunderstorms. Now looking at small ships forecast. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Island to Kerema to Yule Island to Hood Point to Samarai Island. Seas 1 to 2 meters. Waters of Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milim Bay Islands. Seas 1 to 1.5 meters. Waters of north of Cape Vogel to Huen Gulf to Finchafan. Seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of Finchafan through Vitiers Strait to CRC Island to Dampier Strait. Seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of Long Island to Medang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border. Seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of Manus and its western group of islands. Seas 0.5 to 1 meters. Waters of New Island and Bougainville. Seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. And waters of New Britain Island. Seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters. And now looking at ocean forecast. Coral Sea, seas slight to moderate. Southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots. Solomon Sea, seas smooth to slight. Southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas smooth to slight. Southeast to easterly winds of 5 to 15 knots. And the Pacific Ocean, seas slight to moderate. Northeast to southeast winds of 10 to 20 knots.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Sunday the 18th of May 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
Are you seeking fulfillment for your life? Do you want freedom from fear? That's why we